So for knee internal rotation, pails and rails from a seated position. So you always want to make sure that you're doing your knee calves first. And then from our seated position, we're gonna, if I just demo here on my right leg, I'm gonna lift the foot off the floor, bring that knee into internal rotation, place the foot back down, make sure the foot is nice and flat. If you're getting a kind of rolling of the foot here where the arch is showing more, you've come a little bit too far and now you're using a bit of ankle stuff. So you want to come out of that a little bit so the foot goes dead flat on the floor. We're going to take that knee and we're just going to stretch it in the opposite direction. So I'm just going to bow that knee slightly over towards the right. So my foot has gone into internal rotation. So that's towards the left. And then I'm just going to bow my knee slightly towards the right. And you should get a stretch here, pretty much on the outside of that tibius, kind of up the front of the shin, towards the outside of the knee. So without allowing that foot to roll, it's quite easy for this to happen in internal rotation. Just try your hardest to keep that foot flat, holding that knee still. We're going to hold the stretch first for 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Try not to come out of this position in that time. So if we're trying to get more range of motion, we need to hold the stretch first. If you're using this more from like a connective tissue architecture point of view, we don't need to hold the stretch first. We can go straight into our pails and rails contraction. So our pails contraction, once we've held this stretch, is we're going to drive that foot down into the floor. So I use the bench here and just kind of tug onto the bench to get more tension behind this. I'm going to take that big deep breath in, pack that air down, irradiate through the whole body. I'm going to drive that foot down into the floor. And I'm going to attempt to turn that foot back towards a 12 o'clock position, so back to a neutral position. So down, don't let that knee change position or cave in. We've already brought it out into this position. And I'm trying to turn that foot back towards a 12 o'clock position. Pails contractions, if we're trying to get more range of motion, we want to aim between 5 and 8 seconds. If we're using this more from a connective tissue point of view to lay down kind of new tissue, we want to think anything kind of more long duration, lighter effort pails. But when we want to go more range of motion on that kind of side of things, we want to think a good max effort set between 5 and 8 seconds. So you want to give it everything you've got, full body irradiation, really go for it for that pails contraction. Now, as soon as we've done our pails contraction, we then go rails where we're still driving that foot down into the floor, but I'm trying to turn it more towards internal rotation. So I'm driving that foot more towards the left. So again, don't allow that foot to move. Don't allow this knee to change position. Pails is down and trying to drive that foot back to 12 o'clock. Rails is driving it down and trying to get more internal rotation. So that's your pails and rails for knee internal rotation. Once you've done your set, you can do it once, a couple of times. Just hold that stretch, relax the breathing. Always lock the work in with a good set of capsule cars afterwards. Find your end, fight for more in both directions. A nice, tense set of capsule cars to lock that work in.